I almost wonder if you try to make horrible noises like that as soon as we record because you want to get me riled up for when we start going.
It's a good motivator, isn't it?
You're like, I need to get AJ's bastard energy up. I need to make him angry at me. And then you scream into the microphone and make horrible noises. And now here it is. Energy's here.
You clip.
I hate you.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Successor. AJ just got done yelling at me a few minutes ago because I gave him his bastard energy.
They already heard it.
Me. You're going to play it for them?
Oh, yeah, I'm playing that.
Oh, sweet. I'm one of your hosts, Blake Rea.
And I'm your other host, AJ Hart.
What do we do on this podcast, AJ?
This podcast is Spiritual Successor, a video game design podcast inspired by Polygon's Cool Games Inc. I'm your host, AJ Hart.
We already stated that.
Oh, yeah. On this podcast, we take your guys' submissions that we've gotten through Twitter, through Reddit, through email, and we take those horrifying suggestions and we turn those into the next video game AAA best-selling title.
Speaking of titles, dude, how was your weekend?
That's the segue you're going to go with, huh?
I had a very good weekend. You know what I did?
What did you do this weekend?
Copious amounts of...
Heroin?
No, cuddles.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a lot of cuddling this weekend.
Nice.
It was very relaxing and wholesome and nice. And then I spooted a little, but...
You what?
Hey, AJ, you got a submission for me?
Okay, yeah, we're just going to move on from that, I guess, because I don't want to know what that verb means. Yeah, I've got a video game submission. We're just going to jump right into it.
Yeah, tell me about it, brother.
Squid System suggests a Persona game themed around the hit CBS comedy, The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, great. So we just keep quoting the same fucking line over and over again. And then we also are slightly misogyny?
Misogynistic?
Yeah, because that's basically what that show's
yeah,
about.
and not slightly. Like, it's horribly
really
misogynistic.
Like, Howard is not misogynistic, but he enables all of his piece of shit friends.
Yeah.
Which is like...
Are you thinking about that one video essay that we watched?
Yeah, I am totally
But here's the nice thing about trying to convert the Big Bang Theory characters into Persona characters. They're already color-coded for us.
Oh, I guess you're right.
So, boom, that's easy.
All right, cool. What are their Persona stand thingies?
Well, the big, tall, lanky one is Bazinga. There's another one that's like the Indian guy whose name I think is Raj.
Raj, yeah.
His persona would be called like Jack Daniels because and it would just be like a big...
Oh yeah, because
man.
Yeah, because his
whole thing is that he gets really, really drunk and then does really, really sexist shit to women.
Yeah. Why is this show so big?
I don't know. Oh, because it's all about branding, Blake. It's the Big Bang Theory.
It's all about geek culture. This is what geeks really are like. We hate women, don't we? Yeah, fuck that show.
Yeah, we do hate women, but like the reason
Jesus Christ.
But the reason why it's so popular, Blake, is because of the branding. Big Bang Theory, Big's in the name.
You realize I hate this show, right?
Yeah, I know, and that's why I'm going to make you dig deep on this.
How about I give you a better video game idea?
I've got one
because it's more relevant.
Can I get one joke? One more joke?
As long as it's funny.
So in the Persona games, they all have like a horrible, horrifying thing that they have to do to get their persona out. Like in Persona 3, they have to shoot a gun in their head. In Persona 5, they peel their face off. I'm sure they do horrifying things in the other Persona games, but I don't know any.
Do they have to talk to a girl? Because that's really painful.
So they have to give a real apology to somebody. And then their brains explode, they start bleeding out of their ears, and then a big persona appears behind them.
Yeah, it's just... they just become normal-ass people after that. There's like normal-ass respectable people, and that's how the game ends. That's it.
But then their cool fantasy outfits, one of them's just dressed like the Flash. The one with the horrible bowl cut, he probably just runs around in like a mankini. The dude with glasses just takes off his glasses in his cool, like, crime-fighting outfit.
Oh, you mean Howard?
Yeah.
I think is his name.
Why do you know all their names, Blake?
Because I grew up in a family that loves that show.
I grew up in a family.
we live in a family. I'm going to be the new Joker, but my vendetta is against Big Bang Theory.
We live in a family, Blake.
I'm gonna do that dancing scene on the stairs, but it's just me throwing
the Big Bang Theory song in the background while you're spinning around,
and I'm just throwing like Green Lantern and Flash shirts, and just setting them on fire and shit. All right, I got a game submission for you.
Okay.
So Death Stranding came out.
Give me 1 second. It got warm again, so I need to take my sweater off.
You're wearing your Senpai Notice Me shirt. I get a little midriff and a little nipple going on there. I am thoroughly uncomfortable.
All right, give me your video game submission now.
So Death Stranding came out, right?
Yeah.
This new cool backpack game. I think I've talked about it on the podcast. I've been on and off with that game.
Dude, your journey with this game
like,
has
super
been so
stoked
wild
for
because
it.
you were so excited about it for so very long. And then the trailer came out where he peed and you messaged our group chat and you were like, what must it have been like for the people that worked with Kojima when they thought he was a genius and then realized he was actually a sexual deviant? And I was like, what a specific thing to call Kojima. But you're right.
Dude, you know what? We can say this and Duke Nukem Forever have in common now? They both have a pee scene. They both have multiple pee scenes. And both of them probably bad. But I actually saw some gameplay from it, and I'm like, oh, hey, this looks really, really beautiful. And I get to drink Monster in it.
Yeah.
So
Monster, I'm drinking another one right now.
So Hideo Kojima hit us up.
Okay.
And he scheduled a meeting with Spiritual Successor. And, we have about 5 minutes before he gets here.
Oh, shit.
And this is what we have to do, AJ.
Okay.
Sorry, this comes to us from the wonderful Too Many Bees. Hideo Kojima is coming over, and you have to create a weapon to surpass Metal Gear before he arrives. Pitch me out. We'll do this.
Okay,
So-
do you want me to go? Because I can go and I'll end the whole bit and we'll go on to the next game because I have the answer.
No. I got a little
So
bit.
you can go first.
I got a little game design going on
Okay.
here. Okay, so it's going to be a card game. And it's going to be like
Okay.
Super Fight, where it's just going to be drawings of random-ass objects.
Okay.
So it has a minimum of 3 people. So one person needs to do their best Hideo Kojima persona. They have to leave the room for 5
Impersonation is the word you were looking for.
Hey, I'm an idiot. So then the 2 people that are left have to draw like 5 cards or whatever from various images.
Okay.
It could be like pickle, Gatling gun, bear, and monster truck, and you need to come up with what that mech would look like.
Now,
to
are you
surpass
allowed
Metal
to
Gear.
create your own name for it, or do you have
yeah.
to say robot mech pickle monster
No,
truck bear?
Of course you come up with your own name.
Okay.
That's what you got to do. It's like
So if I got those cards,
Yeah.
I would be like, oh, this is my advancement beyond Metal Gear.
Do you want to do a random word generator, and you and I have to come up with what the Metal Gear would be?
Yeah, do you have a word generator?
I can open one up
All
really
right,
quick.
fire up a word generator, and then we'll... Here's the thing. Here's a list of all of the Metal Gear universe games that I've played. So I know that I'm going to have a real ripe vein for good Metal Gear names. I've played exclusively Metal Gear Rising.
Isn't that the one? No, wait, no. That's where you have Cyborg Ninja. Which one's the one where Leopard Boy does the cool gun tricks?
I think that's Metal Gear Solid.
That's not his name, is it?
The gun juggler is Liquid Ocelot.
Oh, it's Ocelot.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a different cat. My bad. Here, I got a word generator for you.
Okay, hit me with some words.
How many words do you want?
I want 4 words, and then from there, I'm gonna tell you whether 1, what the name of this weapon is, and 2, whether it's a more powerful weapon than Metal Gear.
Wait, how many words do you want?
I want 4 words. Now, not all of the words are going to be part of my answer. Some of the words will be part of the extended cutscene that is part of the introduction of this weapon and/or character.
Okay, here you go. Here's your 4 words: hurt, rely, grind, and condemn.
Here's my problem, Blake. None of those are nouns. Oh, check it out. Check this out, Blake. I found a weapon more powerful than Metal Gear. Emotions.
Hey, AJ,
that's just the plot of Metal Gear Solid.
Hey, AJ, I can give you a mech here.
Okay.
So it says grind on it, right? Now imagine a 3
This
story.
better not be a butt grinding thing, like dancing.
You thought I was going to get that blue? That was last episode. I got that blue at the beginning of the
No
episode.
more blue.
It's a giant mech skateboarder that grinds and is condemned to have the longest grinding streak of all time, but in doing so has grinded over all of the nation's Capitol buildings.
Okay.
So it's a nuisance to society.
And what's the name of this weapon?
Hurt.
Okay. I have a quick question for you, Blake. How much experience do you have with the Metal Gear games?
I've played Metal Gear Solid 5 for 2 levels, and I realized the game was dumb.
So here's my question. Do you know what a Metal Gear is?
It's a giant mech, isn't
Okay,
it?
cool,
Yeah,
cool, cool,
it's
cool,
a
cool,
giant...
cool, cool. Yeah.
Hey, AJ, I don't
What?
know if you realize this. Hello, everybody. We film short films every now and again. We filmed a Splinter Cell film, and one of them was making Metal Gear references because of me, you piece of shit.
Did it make a Metal Gear reference?
Yeah, it's like they were giving the weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Oh, okay.
They had to give the whole. All right, here I got some more nouns for you.
Wait, can I just tell you what the weapon beyond Metal Gear is?
What?
Mad Mikkelsen.
Does anybody here get that reference? Because I don't. Is this a Metal Gear Solid? I'm sorry, a Metal Gear Rising reference? What is this?
Mads Mikkelsen is the guy that's been in all of the, like, he's in Death Stranding. It's the guy that Kojima keeps on jerking off on social media. He's like, check this out. Here, we have, in my video game, you have bloody Mads Mikkelsen, angry Mads Mikkelsen, sad Mads Mikkelsen, horny Mads Mikkelsen.
What is horny?
A Mads Mikkelsen that'll wink at you and then smile and say,
is this a
how's
person?
it going, baby?
Is this a
yeah, this is an actor.
Is it an actor?
Yeah.
Do you think Kojima has a crush on Mads Mikkelsen?
Oh, does he have a crush on Mads Mikkelsen?
So, this is our game. This is our game.
Wait, you've never heard about this.
No,
you haven't heard
dude, I don't follow Hideo Kojima. The only thing I followed was PT, which is a fucking shame because it was going to have Guillermo in it, like as a part of it. It was going to be killer. It was going to be an amazing game.
Yeah, it would have been great.
The demo was like scarier than most games coming out now. Suck on the dick, Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. No, okay, so the entire time the Death Stranding game was like in development, Kojima would not stop tweeting about Mads Mikkelsen. Like, would not stop doing it. He'd like keep on uploading screenshots of Mads Mikkelsen and he'd be like, check out how handsome he is here. Oh, such powerful eyeballs.
Mads Mikkelsen, that's the guy with the golden mask,
on
right?
This Mads Mikkelsen, man. Ooh.
Is that the guy with the golden mask?
I have no idea what role he plays in Death Stranding.
Imagine being the lead of like a 100+ hour game and you're not being the one being tweeted about by the game creator. Imagine being, I don't know your real name. I'm so
Norman
sorry.
Reedus?
Yeah, being Norman Reedus, and Hideo Kojima's like, I'm so proud of this game. I'm so excited for it. Check out the non-protagonist actor I have.
I love
in this game.
all of the talented actors I have in my video game. Mads Mikkelsen, Guillermo del Toro, Edgar Wright.
Wait, Edgar Wright's in this?
Mikkelsen again.
Sad
Morbin Beepus. Oh, sorry, I misread that. More on-grown fetus? Is that right? Shit. Man, what's the name of the lead of my video game? Dude from Boondock Saints? Shit, what was your name? It's not my fault. You're just not sexy. What was your name?
You know what probably happened?
What?
He would just he wouldn't learn. Kojima never learned his real name, so he would just be like, "Hey, Walking Dead guy," because he just that's how you would refer to him.
I would. Okay. You know what? Also might be. What if? Okay. So I don't know much about the story of this video game. But I know that you have like all these like babies in jars that you need to protect, and
I think
it stars
it's just one.
Is it just one?
I honestly don't know.
Okay. We'll say it's one. And it stars Norman Reedus. And the entire like story of the game is that like, from my mind, Norman Reedus is running around trying to protect this little baby. And I almost wonder if Kojima has built this as an allegory for the fact that Norman Reedus needs to take care of his own child because Norman Reedus has apparently decided he fucking hates his kid. Do you know what his son's name is?
No. Is it as memorable as his real name? Because I don't know his real name.
You're not ready for this kid's name, by the way.
Oh, is it like Kanye West's kid's name? Like I forget what they named their kid, but I know it was bad. It's like something. It's like a river.
Are you ready to hear Norman Reedus's baby's name?
Sure. Mingus. Does he grow fucking moonshine? It sounds like I'm sorry. It sounds like a deep south, like Lost in. Hey, Mingus, can you come on? Did you go catch dinner?
This poor kid's name is Mingus Lucian Reedus.
Oh, say that 3 times fast.
Mingus Reedus, Mingus Reedus, Mingus Reedus.
No, you gotta say the full name.
Like
you gotta say the full name.
Mingus Lucian Reedus. That's not as fun to say. Mingus Reedus is a lot more fun because it sounds like the kid was named by fucking Dr. Seuss.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Mingus Reedus, have you had your green eggs and ham?
There's a Mingus in my Reedus.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Is his real name Norman Reedus? And I'm just...
Yeah, the guy's real name is Norman Reedus.
What is his
son's name is Mingus Reedus.
What is his name in Walking Dead? Because I thought Norman Reedus was his name in Walking Dead.
I think it's like Dale or Dave or some shit.
Oh, it's Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl.
Yeah. Oh my God, I thought. I'm so sorry. He's a really good actor. I feel really shitty about it.
Like, he's a really good actor. Like, I'm totally kidding. I'm sure he loves his kid. I just thought it was funny to say that his son's name is like literally the worst name I've ever heard of. I come from a hometown where I knew a kid whose first name was Colby and his last name was Jack. This kid's birth fucking name was Colby Jack.
Was he spicy?
Or was he a nice kid?
He's a pretty plain cheese kid. Is it pretty?
I'm sorry. Are you coming into here claiming that Colby Jack is a plain cheese?
Well, I'm saying it would contrast the name because Colby Jack is a spicy cheese, but if this
It's
guy
not spicy.
okay, it has jalapenos in it. It's a little spicy.
No, Colby Jack's the one that's like cheddar and white cheese.
What the fuck am I thinking of?
Colby Jack.
That is what you
Oh,
said.
shit.
You dumb motherfucker.
Fuck, what's the spicy cheese?
I think it's Colby Jack, isn't it?
No.
I don't know.
Anyway, you want to give me a video game idea because we really lost it.
Okay, so just to recap, we whatever you draw, it always has to equal.
Oh yeah,
bad guy.
you draw a bunch of cards for this video game. You get to decide what the name is. The third player that's playing Hideo Kojima comes in, and then you have to pitch why yours is the superior weapon.
But it always has to be what's that face's guy that he tweeted about.
Yeah. Oh no, if you draw the Mads Mikkelsen card, you win.
Oh, it's an automatic win.
Oh
Sweet.
yeah.
All right.
Unless you draw like ugly Mads Mikkelsen, in which case you have to burn the entire deck because that's impossible.
You gotta have a damaged deck. All right, you pitch
Defective.
You pitch me a game, brother.
This suggestion comes on Twitter again. This comes from Brooke Wilson at Guileless Argon. Brooke suggests custom robo, but you are playing as mice with little clonky cardboard mechs.
Oh, I love it.
Now, did you ever play custom robo?
Is that the Labo thing where you have the robot
No.
pack or whatever?
Custom robo was this like, it was like one of my favorite GameCube games. So like what it was it was like this arena shooter. And like you would get a bunch of like jetpacks and guns and stuff, and you just jumped around and dashed and shot lasers at each other. I remember there being a huge JRPG element, but I don't remember exactly how much of the story really mattered. I just remember being able to build a lot of really, really fun, colorful robots.
Okay, so and you want to do that with little hamster mechs?
Yeah, little mices.
Oh, okay. What is
And so I'm thinking some like real Tale of Despero shit. Like maybe it's all like fantasy themed.
Oh, I love it.
Little mices.
Okay, you know what? There was a thing. There was a game. I was playing this VR game. It was a tower defense VR game the other day, but it did something that I've never seen before. You actually can walk through the area that you are doing the tower defense, and you have to like pick up people and place them around this. So what if you did a thing where like you actually had it blew up? You can actually take pieces and put them on your mice the way you want. So like you become the mice.
Okay.
And you're building it like Diva does in Overwatch. So you're a mech mechanic that then goes and pilots that same mech. Because you and I were talking about this the other day.
I'm into the idea
VR
of you
mechs.
having like a VR space that you can look around in, but like kind of the thing about Custom Robo that was so unique was the fact that it really was like this, you as the camera were looking down on this little 3D digital map that your little robot was jumping around in. And so it was like an arena shooter, but you were on a locked camera. It's really, really weird. But if you were like in third person and you could look around the map and like if you move to the left, you like obstacles would change because you have like the little arena in a 3D space. That would be kick-ass.
Can I pitch you on like a little thing? So it has the custom robo designs, right?
Yes.
I want to keep it a VR game, and here's why.
Like inside the arena?
I want to keep just like the whole thing's a VR game.
I want...
You could just
I'll stay with you.
Stick with me. So the game opens up. You're in a garage, and you are a mice. You have the first person view of a mouse, and you can grab pieces of cardboard or things that like micey things, like bits of like a BattleBot sort of thing. So you have like what's it called, a mousetrap on your back or something.
Yes, that's cool.
Then during the battles, you actually get in the cockpit and are controlling the mech from the inside. So you have to like pull cardboard levers and all of these fun little things and beat the shit out of everybody else.
Yes, that sounds very cool.
But
that's completely different than Custom Robo.
I'm not familiar with Custom Robo.
Okay, that's totally fine.
So what would you do?
I like this idea that you are like first person in the mice thing. So maybe we'll abandon the Custom Robo aspect.
No, we can't do that to Brooke.
Okay, fine, we won't. I'm just gonna pull up a video of Custom Robo's gameplay so you can kind of see what I mean, because it really is like a pretty unique style of game. So you can customize the robot itself, and you would customize like the armor and the weapons that you have.
Mhm,
But I'm
mhm.
really into this idea that like if it's a VR game, you're looking down at the arena and you watching it can move around in 3D space,
Mhm.
but you'd still have a controller to control your little robot guy.
Okay, so seeing this, maybe it would be best to abandon the VR concept.
Here's
So
some gameplay of it.
yeah, I was like, oh, that's so cool. I love the little neon Tron like look of it.
Oh, the game's aesthetic is so good
It's
and like
it's so cool. Okay, but like now imagine this, but it's in like it's in a pet shop. So
it's a pet shop. Maybe that's the game then. It's like you're actually like you have a mouse and like you're in the customization space is in 3D and you can like grab gear and put it on your little mouse. And then when you go to the fights, you take the mouse and you put it in a big cage and then you control the mouse with a controller.
Oh, that's
and
cute.
you run the mouse around and in 3D you can look around the arena to see what the other mouse is up to.
Oh, that's cute.
And you control your little mouse in like a little like battler. Now question, does this bring us a little bit too close to semi-realistic watching mice fight?
Only if is this going to be hyper violent or is it going to be adorable violent?
Adorable violent.
So like instead of like so they have like rocket jets on their back. So
Yeah.
they fire it, but it's just like a pencil. But it's like blunt pencils, like unsharpened pencils, or it's just Nerf darts, or like
Nerf darts is good.
yeah, or maybe one of them has like they like turn into a tank and just fire like paper airplanes at people.
That'd be
And
cool.
and then it picks up the mice and like flies them off the side. Like that's how they get taken out. Like you have to knock your opponent off of the stage.
When their health like drops, they just like start to lay on the floor, and somebody has to. You watch a big human hand reach in and pick it up.
Oh, it's dark. You could do like a little background thing where you can like see people like betting money or something.
Yes, like you could do a thing where like it has an online function where like other people can join in the lobby and look around this 3D arena that's there.
Oh my god! What if like you know what thing I really love, and I think there's this new battle royale game that is trying to implement it. It's like takes place in like the 60s. Basically the players that lost are still speculating the game, but they can add things to the environment for the other people to use.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I think we talked about that on a previous episode. Is like once you're a ghost, you became a ghost. You could like help your partner in the game.
Oh yeah.
So like
I think we've talked about something like that.
So maybe the audience can place bets on things, and whoever has the least amount of bets gets like an upgrade or something.
Oh yeah.
So like
if they win.
Sort of like here's the thing. So
or
like,
are you talking like if the odds are stacked against them, mid-game they'll get a health boost?
Yeah, they'll get a health boost, or they'll get like a cool little robot arm upgrade because they lost.
Okay,
it.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
All right, this game
me?
seems cool. Why don't you pitch me another video game?
Okay. All right, this one comes to us from Carly Ray Joestar at Alex Creech. Rock band, but it's just 4 microphones, and instead of music, you and your friends have to fan dub animes. So,
hell yes.
You remember Ghost Story?
Oh, of course I remember Ghost Stories.
If none of you have ever heard of this story, basically it was a really, 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 really bad anime in Japan that was sold for like next to nothing to Aniplex.
I think Funimation. Some dubbing company got it.
Yeah, and they were like told their voice actors like, "Hey, this is a really low stakes thing. It's not going to really sell well. Do something we've never heard before." So it just became this like it's not hilarious in my opinion, but it is
very funny, but it is also like it's very of its time. So like on one hand I definitely want to recommend it because it can be very funny. On the other
story
hand,
of it is cool.
It is definitely early 2000s humor, and a lot of those jokes do not land anymore because they are pretty problematic.
I think the thing that really took me out of it was like a lot of the jokes were like really rapey. And I was like, oh, but then you'd also have like people being like, fuck that, I don't want to fight a ghost. And it'd be like,
watch out, she's a ghost and a bitch. It's really funny. It has a lot of funny moments in it, but if you're interested, do be warned, some of those jokes don't land very much anymore.
Okay, AJ, I have a real question for you. So say you and I are playing this game. What would be the anime you and I would set out to redub in our own?
I could redub any anime.
I'd say I would love to see our rendition of Gurren Lagann because it's already perfect, so we can make a fucked up version of it.
I would want to redub a show that I don't like.
Oh,
like,
what show?
Because like I feel like if we were to do a real-time fan dub of like something I do like, it would hurt me. It would hurt me to destroy Gurren Lagann. I can't bring myself to do that.
How about we keep it topical? We'll redub Dr. Stone and make it funny.
Dr. Stone might be funny. That's a bold
I watched
claim.
the first episode and I'm like, oh,
You weren't a fan?
This is boring. There's no stakes. There's nothing. And it's like I willed myself to stay alive all these years. I'm
Fuck
like,
yeah, that's
fuck
cool.
no, him and his celery ass hair. Fuck that guy. This is how I would redub it. It's like, hello, I'm Dr. Stone. My hair is made of celery. It would be that, but for 12 episodes.
I like your protagonist voice.
You like my hey, I'm ready to do action things.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I should be a voice actor or host a podcast or something.
You should. You should host a podcast, Blake.
Do make it about anime.
If I could redub Clanid, that'd be fun.
Really?
Yeah.
That one?
I really don't like Clanid. I
Was
like
it because of
Clanid
the
after
dub?
story. Like the second season's really good, but the first season is so bad.
Is it because of just the performances were bad or the
Oh no,
story's
the
bad?
performances are fine. I just
Story-wise, it was
it's
very
boring and not good.
But you can't really fix that as a thing.
Watch
you know?
me. Oh, we're gonna edit it.
Are we just basically gonna do this like the Sonic fan dubs?
We're gonna do it exactly like the Sonic fan dubs. We'll just talk about like Fortnite and butt stuff.
Hey, you ready to listen to some butt rock? That's my Sonic voice. That also sounds like my anime voice.
Your anime protagonist
my
voice.
anime protagonist voice. Hey, buddy, pitch me a game.
All right, I got one for you.
Preferably, it has. I don't know where that joke is coming.
This one comes from Gazer on Twitter @JustGazer.
Okay. Nice burp.
Thanks. Gazer suggests a noir detective story, but you are a Roomba.
Fuck, I love this. This would be so cool. Okay, so as long as it's a Roomba that has a fedora on it. AJ, here's our
I have
story.
a question
Here's our
for you.
story.
Wait.
Okay, go
How
ahead.
familiar are you with Chibi Robo?
Chibi Robo, not familiar at
Chibi
all.
Robo was another video game for the GameCube era.
Okay.
The gist of it was that you played a little robot that ran around a big house and you were helping clean.
Uh-huh.
The way that the game kind of had a progression system was that as you cleaned more stuff, you could get upgrades to your battery life.
Uh-huh.
If you had more battery life, you could explore deeper into the house without needing to find a plug.
Uh-huh. Oh, so it's like it's like a mansion. It's a Roomba in a giant
we could do
Victorian
this.
mansion.
We could do a game kind of like what they did with Chibi Robo, where you explore the house and you have a little recharge station, and as you clean up more in the house, you can come back and recharge bigger and badder, and maybe clean up bigger things.
It could also be do it Luigi's Mansion style. Like once you fight, say, what's a noir thing? Well, I don't know how you would pair cleaning to noir.
I think what it would be is it's a noir themed
I think a
building.
murder. I think it's a murder
definitely
has
a
to
murder
happen.
mystery in this home, and you are the Roomba that was left there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big mansion. There was a murder.
Now,
are we talking noir old timey noir or a neo noir
Roombas? I mean, no, it would
because
look
Roombas
dumb.
didn't exist back then.
But it'd be fun.
Okay, yeah.
It's okay. So here's the thing. Here, let's try this on for a second.
Okay.
So Roomba's clean.
Yeah.
They have to go and investigate all of the different murder scenes by cleaning them up, and they can collect data on it. So you need to get that footprint, you got to clean it up, and then you'll understand. You're scanning it or some shit. So you have to take a blood sample or some bullshit.
By cleaning stuff, you'll be oh, there's a pencil over here. This pencil shouldn't be in the kitchen. What's it doing here? And then you're maybe you get an upgrade where you get a jump, and then if you can do the jump, you can start Roomba-ing on the countertop, and what's this? A will? Why was a will being written in the kitchen? Who did this?
I have a really fun idea. Okay,
what do you got?
So this is a mansion that was foreclosed 40 years ago.
Okay.
Because maybe the owners went missing. So this Roomba, for some mysterious reason, turned on 40 years later to discover this place actually closed because there was a murder within here and nobody solved it. So they have to clean up this dusty ass gross mansion, but also solving this murder.
You clean up the mansion
while expose
learning
clues.
about exposing the clues. You leave the clues. You're getting rid of everything else except for the body, the murder tool, and if you can find a clue for the reasoning, that.
Oh, I love this. I love this so much. All right, let's put a pin in this.
Okay, let's put a pin in this.
I want to pitch you a game I've been thinking about all day.
Okay.
Okay.
Death Stranding 2. What?
Actually, no. I got. This is a mod. This isn't my pitch, but
okay.
This comes to us for Death Stranding. Sweet Soft Boy.
This comes
at
to
Nick
us from
Smock.
Death Stranding.
This is about Death Stranding.
Oh, okay.
Sweet Soft Boy at Nick Smock on Twitter. A mod for Death Stranding where you can actually see Norman Reedus's ding dong, Norman Reedus's penis, if you will.
Angus Reedus Beepus.
All right, let me pitch you my actual game. All
Wait,
right.
we know this is gonna happen, right?
Well,
Do you
we're gonna
remember
see
that
his
whole
pee-pee?
issue that happened with like Black Rain or Heavy Rain, where like they had the model done for the actress naked, and they didn't tell anybody, but when it went to PC, people like hacked and moved the camera free, and they were like, "That's weird. They put a whole naked body model here." It wasn't like her body, but it was her likeness now naked, and there was a whole lawsuit thing that went around that.
I've never heard of that.
Because
that is insanely fascinating.
Oh yeah, no,
actually.
it's kind of interesting to look into because like she was really the actress and like her agency were like, you guys never had permission to use my likeness in like a nude format, and then it was like, okay, but this isn't your body, but it is her likeness on this model.
But how? What is it that? How does that? Why did they need to capture a naked likeness? That's
The
weirdest
character
thing.
was showering, and so they had a naked model doing like a body model doing the shower scene. It wasn't
okay.
like a real person; it was just like the digital asset was a naked woman.
Yeah.
And so when people moved the camera, they were like, "Holy shit! They have a whole naked girl here. There's boobies."
How old is Heavy Rain now?
It's pretty old.
Okay, because I was picturing this as like it was like early computer games where it'd be like, I'm gonna move the
No,
camera.
not that old.
I'm gonna move the camera to see some polygon titties. You know, I was thinking, is that kind of vibe?
I think it was like I think it was like PlayStation 3 era. So like
really, it's
late
okay.
enough that the boobs looked like the right shape, but early enough that they didn't have a realistic jiggle.
That's you, sir, have not played any mid 2000s Jippin games.
But like when Death Stranding goes to PC, which we already know it is.
When it goes to PC, we're going to see some PP, if
yeah,
you will.
yes, exactly. Someone's gonna like dehook the computer and find out whether or not we're seeing Norman Reedus' peepus. So did Kojima, the absolute madman, decide to put in Norman Reedus' peepus?
He didn't. He did put in the other dude's penis, though.
Mads Mikkelsen?
Mads Mikkelsen's penis. I can't. Mads
Mikkelsen's pickle, son.
Mads Mikkelsen's mickle.
His mickle maker.
His mickle maker. Shake your mickle maker, please. Hello, I'm Kojima. Can you show me your mickle, please? God, Kojima, he just ekes out weirdness. Okay, but I have speaking of peepus, that segues into my next game, Pitch, if you don't mind. All right, so this is the game idea I was thinking about all fucking day.
Is this your nug submission?
This is the thing I think I can make a nug out of.
All right, let's see it.
This comes to us on our Reddit, r/spiritual_successor, from user Too Many Bees. Play through a day in the life of Danny Sexbang as told by NSP Lyrics. I don't know. I know. I love NSP. AJ turned me on to them.
Yes.
Or actually, you turned me on to Game Grumps, which led to NSP, basically.
Yes.
And I love this because I sat and watched every single NSP music video today.
Okay.
Just like
you've done a lot of R&D for this.
I actually had a fun little conversation with Too Many V's. We were just quoting NSP lyrics at one another.
Okay.
Because in our if you guys notice in our last week's episode art, the university we're going to is the University of fucking Keeping It Real from the Attitude City.
That's a very
video.
good.
So Danny Sexbang is a multifaceted man.
Yeah.
He sexes a lot.
He does do a lot of sexist, but also does very little sexist. It's a weird dichotomy.
Yeah, like 3 Minutes of Ecstasy, and then there also is like
sometimes he goes
Why
on
I
a
Cry.
whole gangbang across the entire continental USA.
He did go to year 6969 and brought sex to the universe.
And then sometimes he invites like 20 some odd women to an orgy, and none of them show up because they all have better things to do.
That song's an anthem.
Oh, Orgy for One is
It's so fucking good.
that song got me through some dark times.
Some solo rounds, if you will. Just blasting that while you're just being.
Hell yeah.
Ugh. So I was thinking it would be really, really cool if we follow Danny Sexbang, but we introduce some sort of fighting element to it, because I notice in a lot of their songs,
Ninja Brian kicks ass.
Ninja Brian kicks ass, but I'm thinking maybe Ninja Brian isn't there because this is a Danny Sexbang game. it could be like Luigi, is you play the game once and you beat it as Danny Sexbang, and then you could play it again as Ninja Brian this time.
Okay.
So, and he has higher jumps. He can it becomes like the laser dragon scene from Blood Dragon, where he just has the ninja star that insta kills everything.
Now, this reminds me of a game that I've tried to get you to play multiple times, and every time you say, it's not fun, I hate it.
What game?
Nier Automata.
It's not fun, I hate it.
I know. This game rules. But Nier Automata has this whole system where, like, you go through most of the game with 2B and 9S, and then when you get to the credits, the game starts over and you play it all again, but as 9S instead of 2B. And a lot of the game, they're, like, together, and so you experience a lot of the same stuff. But also, there's a good amount of the game that they're completely separate. So we could do that with this game of, like, one route you go through as Danny Sexbang, and, like, you have, like, the same general controls, but except maybe Danny Sexbang has, like, a bunch of skills that Ninja Brian doesn't have. Like, Danny Sexbang has, like, a performance thing, and, like, he can do music and, like, solve all sorts of puzzles.
And I'd say he's also way more agilic.
Yes.
Than what's his face is.
Ninja Brian.
Also, if you will.
Did you just call Ninja Brian what's his face?
I'm sorry. This is a Danny Sexbang game. I'm sorry. Ninja Brian, please don't kill me.
Ninja Brian, stop! Ninja Brian, let him go. I'm sorry. Okay, he's sorry. He's sorry. Please let him go. Please, are we good?
He doesn't speak, but he nodded in slow disposition.
He's just looking at us now.
He's flipping us off with both hands.
And the third hand, he brought his foot up and he's flipping us off with that. Okay.
Okay.
Are you gonna? I think. Is he just gonna stand there for the rest of this podcast?
Probably. Hi, Ninja Brian. Can you play us a sweet keyboard solo?
Nope, he ain't gonna. He's just
holy
shaking
shit!
his head.
He's playing it right now. Look at that! Oh, that's so good. That's a good keyboard solo. You're gonna have to put a keyboard here.
He's looking at you dead on the entire time he's playing the keyboard. He has not moved his eyes from you.
Yeah, but he's actually, one hand is still flipping me off. The other two are playing a sweet keyboard solo right now.
Okay, so here's what I'll tell you. What I'm gonna keep my eyes on him while we do this podcast for the rest of the time. And if he makes any movements that aren't any of his three arms playing the piano, I will let you know, and you need to move immediately.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. So the one thing that they always do is they always have like night themes. So it's like Sir Daniel Sexbang.
Yes.
I think it would be, what if, because there's so many cool things we could do. Because we could do like the Starlight Brigade thing where it's like all a space opera game, which could be the sequel. Yeah, but that wasn't
Danny Sexbang. That was another fictitious character we don't know the name
It was Twerp. You're right. It was Twerp. Okay. So he has to go on a mission to save the Suicide Girls. And you know who the Suicide Girls are?
Like the modeling company?
Yeah. Did you know, like, a lot of the girls that show up in the NSP music videos are Suicide Girls?
That doesn't surprise me at all.
The girl with pink hair from Dragon Slayer. She's a suicide girl.
Okay, because I know that the girl from Eating Food in the Shower also was a suicide girl.
God,
is a
they're
suicide
so
girl?
pretty.
Yeah.
They're so fucking pretty. They got colored hair and everything.
I'm weak.
I'm a Ramona Flowers loving bitch. I'm sorry.
So, okay. So Ninja Brian and Danny Sexbang, Sir Daniel Sexbang,
Sir Danny
are going on a cross-country journey to
They're doing the song Road Trip.
Okay.
And
banging all the way across there to save all of the Suicide Girls.
I don't think Ninja Brian has sex.
Ninja Brian has...
The only time I've ever seen him get with a girl was at the end of First Date, the music video.
He also gets the girl in Dragon Slayer.
Oh, that's right. He is part of the...
I think there's
and that's how the game ends. The game ends with, like, Danny thinks he's on this... Because that's the wonderful thing about NSP is, like... and I think it has this great energy of, like, Danny Sexbang is, like, all about sex and all about the women's and all this stuff, but it's also... It has this toxic energy that they address, because he never really wins, in a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool, because it's like, oh, no, don't be Danny Sexbang. Don't be the caricature of Danny Sexbang.
Yeah.
To be a good person. So he has to go on this cross-country journey doing
various puzzles and fighting various villains. And all of the boss fights play out so differently when you play as Ninja Brian. Because when you play as Ninja Brian, as you go across country, he has like a whole like Platinum Games-esque growth in mechanics.
It becomes
a complete like third-person character action game in the Ninja Brian route. and the
What if
Danny Sexbang route is like
what if it's
PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 puzzle platformer.
What if it's completely two different genres in one game? So when you play Danny Sexbang thing, it could be like a Dance Dance Revolution style game where you have to do all of his wicked poses and singing. So it could be like a Rock Band game. And then when you go to Ninja Brian, it plays like fucking Vanquish.
Okay, yeah, I'm into that.
Like giant. It's like we do levels of Undertale, where it's like there's two completely different ways to play the game and beat the game. One is like soothing the savage beasts with your lyrical talent.
So then maybe
the other one's beating the shit out of him as Ninja Brian.
So then let me pitch you on this also.
Okay, what's up?
So the thing about Undertale is like you can kind of swap the route in the middle of it, right? Like you can just be like, I'm bad now, and you start murdering everybody.
Mm-hmm.
What if we can add that into this NSP game? And so like halfway through you can just, or like even in the middle of a level, you can swap between the two characters. And depending on how you handle the boss fights depends on like what route the boys take across their country. It's like Star Fox 64 had these branching paths you could do depending on like what things you tried to kill or what things you didn't kill. And so depending on if you like entertain the boss or kill the boss as Dan or Brian, that would depend whether you go north or south on your cross-country road trip.
Oh shit, and that means you would encounter different things,
Different
or like
things
you
completely.
get different power-ups.
Yes.
You know, it'd be really, really fun because the thing that they do is like costume. Ninja Brian's costume doesn't change at all. The only time I think I've ever seen it change is when it went to the Starlight Brigade music video where he was like in actual samurai armor. Danny Sexbang, great fashion. It goes from like 70s, like David, tall man David, the great thin man, I think was his caricature, to like just rocking a badass like leather jacket sort of thing.
Yeah, there's a general throughout theme, but there are a lot of different outfits within the Danny Sexbang closet.
So is it like once you get to a new area, are you just like exploring things and like there are little mini missions within the like,
I love
the
this
area?
idea that maybe we pull from like Kingdom Hearts a little bit, and every zone he has a different outfit. Like
I fucking
there's
love
like
that.
the general outfit, which is the like blue leotard and the red cape.
Yeah.
But as you go to different zones, maybe you hit like
You get to Attitude City.
Yeah, you go to Attitude City and his outfit changes into the leather jacket, or you go towards like maybe like
Level
Texas or something, or like
6969. You get transported into the future. It becomes his like spacesuit, and now and then it just becomes a sweet like Star Citizen. Like, for a couple hours.
And then like
How do we? Okay, so what happens for Ninja Brian?
Nothing.
He stays
the same.
He's OP the whole fucking time.
Yep.
No, I think he should unlock sweet ninja weapons.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like
So
I
if
thought you meant like visually. Nothing will change visually for Ninja Brian's aesthetic.
At the beginning of the game, it's like fucking Ninja Gaiden. Basically, it becomes Ninja Gaiden for him, where he has just like a sweet, like a normal. He does like the dagger. That's his go-to thing. He just stabs people. So that's what he starts the game with. Then the next level, he gets a blow dart because he loves blow darting people.
So are you saying like
his level?
Is it Ninja Gaiden as in like in Ninja Gaiden 2, you could just like randomly swap the weapons?
Yeah.
Or are you thinking like he'll get all of these weapons on his person?
I think get all of
like a mech suit made of knives.
I think that would be kind of fun. Where you don't see it on his body, but he can pull it out of his ass.
Okay, he'll swap to that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So holy shit. I love NSP so much.
They're such a good band.
All right, you want to put the pin in this and we
We'll
go
put a pin in this one.
Okay, sweet.
Do we have any other video game suggestions?
I think I have.
I have one, if you don't.
Please, you go.
All right, this came from two different places.
Okay.
This came from Reddit. Who submitted this on Reddit?
It was Sucon.
It was not Sucon.
You gotta ask it though. It's Sucon. It's spelled Sucon.
So this came from two different people.
You're not gonna acknowledge me.
On the Reddit, this came from Reddit user Mama Uwu.
Okay.
And on Twitter, this came from Carly Ray Joestar at
Sweet.
Alex Creech. The submission is essentially a game that explains this fucking thing.
Oh no.
And this fucking thing is a building that is just a giant pyramid, much like the Luxor.
Uh-huh.
Except unlike the Luxor, where it looks like a giant casino and it says Luxor and it shines a big light out of the top, on the side of it, it reads Bass Pro Shops, Ducks Unlimited, Water Fowling Heritage Center.
That's very
This is a 30-some-odd tall pyramid that the entirety of the inside of it is a hotel resort and Bass and Pro Shop.
Have you ever been into a Bass Pro Shop?
Yes, I've been to one.
I love Bass Pro Shops because of the
Now,
mainly
would you
because
say
of the
that
food.
they're normally 32 stories tall and made of giant pyramid?
No, they are not normally like that. But the one thing they've always had is that they are massive. That they are because they have like so much shit in them, and it's fucking awesome. I don't know what you'd fill 32 stories with other than mystery and murder.
Hotels. Oh my God! What if there's been a murder here?
Yeah. So I would love a murder mystery. Like
I do want to stop you before we go too far.
Please.
Because on the Reddit, somebody left a comment that it kind of tells a little bit of the story of this place.
Okay.
And it's important that you know if we're going to talk about the murder mystery of this. This place was thought to be haunted for a long time.
Okay.
Because no business could actually stay in this 32-story tall building in the middle of...
What was it originally built to be?
It's in the middle of Memphis, Tennessee. It was originally a basketball center. Basketball games would happen there.
Yeah.
And then a bigger stadium was built. And so all the basketball people were like, okay, we're going to go there now instead. And so they were like, okay, what are we going to do with this giant-ass pyramid in the middle of Memphis, Tennessee? To which everybody's response was...
Bass Pro Shops?
Oh.
Here, that gives me an idea.
What?
So, Bass Pro Shops, you follow the team, like the head staff of this Bass Pro Shops resort, but they start noticing paranormal things going on. What are the paranormal things, you ask? It's just the Globetrotters, they're ghosts.
The ghosts of the Globetrotters?
So you have a bunch of killer Globetrotters doing like basketball stunts to kill people versus like some Memphis, Tennessee, all hunters, fishermen doing some crazy shit.
Yes.
But
I want to make one more addition just so you know this.
Okay.
It was thought to be haunted for roughly a decade. It was empty, and some believed it was cursed due to a crystal skull installed by the owner of the Rainforest Cafe.
Holy shit.
So just keep that. So we have basketball ghosts. A haunted Rainforest Cafe, and you play as a bunch of hunters that have been introduced into this Bass Pro Shop.
What if this is a weird, like, faction-based game? So you are you're a shopper.
Okay.
You're coming here like your family.
You're a hunter. You're a basser.
No. You're a blank slate.
Okay.
Let's say you're a blank slate, right? And you come into this weird fucking contained dystopian sort of facility where it's some ghost basketball players versus some living crazed huntsmen and also
versus some
just animals.
Rainforest
They're animals. They're fucking like they have like it's the gorilla from Tarzan is like the head leader of his clan.
I'm going to pitch you on this.
Holy shit.
They're not animals. It is a subcategory of
furries.
I was thinking druids, but I'm very into the idea of druids and furries being almost synonymous within this universe.
It's people who think they're druids, but they're like, I'm going to summon my familiar. Hey, Scott, go put on your costume. So his familiar is just a dude in a furry outfit.
And so
it's just a bunch of crazy people and actual ghosts.
Yes. And it's this three faction based like objective controlling game that's just constantly running.
I think this has to be an RPG, like some Outer World shit where you get to explore. Each floor is a different world.
Yes. There's 32 different worlds. Yeah. And like they're all different like cues that you can do. Like
go ahead.
Like the bottom floor is like some like Destiny shit where like there's all these world events and like tiny micro battles that are happening on the bottom floor.
Yeah.
Which is the biggest plane. And then like if you go up to the way top, that's where like the ranked competitions happen. And then like the meta is like people will always be talking about like in like forums and shit. People will always be like, yo, I was watching some streams and I saw some people on the top floors that were using this tactic with this idea. And like they were going like all fishing poles against the wolf druids, which was crazy to me, right? But it totally works. So like everyone's always talking about what's happening on the top floors and they're trying it out on the bottom floors.
You know what you could do too? Like, is this hidden or is this just a world? Like, cause it could be like you have to have these battle. No, it would be dumb. Cause I was thinking like this is also still a fully functioning resort. So you have to do guerrilla warfare.
I think we're going to throw away the hotel thing and we're just going to talk about the idea of this being a universe. I'm going to put away the fact that it's in Memphis, Tennessee, and I want to talk about this pyramid that exists in a universe that is a Bass Pro Shop themed video game with the 3 factions of basketball, druid, furries, and huntsmen.
So then you get to come in and you get to decide what you want to do.
Yes,
and basically,
most people are going to end up having like one character for each faction.
So
right, like everyone's gonna be like, I have a basketball player, I have a point guard, but I'm not really like I don't play my point guard a lot, but I do play my fisherman a lot, and sometimes I dabble with my fish druid, but the main is definitely the fisherman.
I would love to do this in the Fallout sense, where like you can actually work for all 3 factions, but then you have to decide at the end game what you want to be.
I want this to work a little bit more like World of Warcraft or Destiny. Whatever you've chosen your character as is the one that you're going to be playing on.
I think
like if I have a ghost, then on the bottom floor with all the world events that are randomly happening, I'm always going to be siding with the other ghosts that show up.
I think it would be kind of cool to do this. Just
keep in mind we have other floors.
Oh yeah. I think it would be really, really cool to do. Man, I never thought I'd quote this game. Avatar got a Wii port for a little bit. The movie Avatar.
Okay.
James Cameron's Avatar.
Yes.
The game was that you were one of the recruits that had a human body, but also an avatar body.
Okay.
So you played a couple levels as an avatar, and then you played a couple levels as a soldier. So then you were presented with this thing of like, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to work with the tribals, or do you want to work with the fascist pieces of shit?
I think that's going to be the tutorial. We'll have like a 6-hour-long tutorial that players can do where they get to see and play a little bit of each of the factions and each of the subclasses.
Yeah.
And then when they're done with the 8-hour tutorial, then they're able to be like, okay, now you get to go ahead and make your character. What do you want to play as for our service game?
You know what'd be super cool?
What's that?
You know what the tutorial ends with some sort of ritual. To become a ghost basketball player, you have to off yourself because that's a commitment. You're a ghost now.
Oh, shit.
Actually, no, maybe not, because you're like, they chose you because you're the only, they need somebody that can physically interact with things.
Yeah.
So you're their chosen hero. And then or something. And then you go to the Rainforest Cafe things and you become a druid, but you're assigned a furry. And so that becomes your friend.
Well, you choose. All the furry druids are your subclasses.
Okay.
Within the 3 factions, there are subclasses, right? Like in the basketball stuff, there's point guard, there's defender, and those might be the same thing. I don't know anything about basketball.
Yeah, me neither, brother.
And then you have Dunk Master. So Dunk Master, point guard, defender. On the fisherman side, you have boatsman, gunman, fisherman. Those are 3 different things, and that's all my fishing knowledge.
They're strictly like a vehicle-based faction. So they're the ones that control.
They're the one that has a unique vehicle class.
Okay.
I think they can all use vehicles, but I think that if you're the boatsman, you get bonuses to boats. But that one won't be used super often because there will be some like there will be some events that maybe don't take place near the water. So, but maybe if you're the boatsman, you can get like a ATV.
Like one floor becomes water world for some reason.
We could have a water world level.
So some classes are at a disadvantage at certain floors.
Yes.
So that would make PvP very fun and interesting. It's like, I went with I have a land gorilla class druid.
Yes.
I would be completely useless on PvP in the water thing. So you can have certain factions or certain classes controlling certain floors.
Yes, there will be some floors that like some of them have blatant advantages on.
You know what would be cool is the lore?
The rewards there will be really low for the faction that has blatant advances.
So they can't just grind there and make
it
like
you can, but it would take so long.
You do have to go to areas that you are at a disadvantage
to get
because
more
of the
rewards.
Challenge. I like it. You know what the lore is?
What?
Is the last floor is the control center. So you can divert all factions are fighting for control of the top, so they can divert power to their various areas of the pyramid.
Yes.
So like we want
like the very top floor.
Yeah,
not like the top floors where the pro matches happen.
No, the top floor. The lore of the world is like
the
he
lore
who controls the top of the pyramid controls all floors below it.
Okay,
that kind of vibe.
Okay, yeah, I'm into that. So then we can do this whole thing where we can incentivize people trying to get into the pro play because like when we have like our worlds contest, whichever faction ends up winning that and like gets to the top floor, then like for 2 months we're gonna have a whole bonus where like everybody that's like if the basketball ghosts win all of worlds, then all the basketball players are going to get some bonus jerseys and some bonus basketballs.
I have one last thing I want to do before we decide what our nugget is.
Okay.
I have a good feeling it's either this or Danny Sexbang.
Okay.
You know, like how stores change according to the seasons?
Yes.
Why
yeah,
doesn't-
we're going to do total seasonal.
But I mean, it's like drastic changes. So like summertime hits, that world that's all water, it's dried up. It's now all the people who had disadvantages there now have advantages there. So it becomes like the ATV class from the Hunters Guild.
Yes.
It becomes a Mad Max Wonderland during the summer.
Okay. Yes, this is so cool.
Dude, I actually kind of want to go to this Bass Pro Shops because
I want this game to exist.
You'd play the Hunter.
I think I would probably play Hunter. Yeah.
I think I'd go be the Druid because
But I think our problem right now is we haven't worked out what the Ghost plays like.
I think it's all.
I think the Ghosts have a lot more mobility than the other two classes, but they also have a unique thing of like.
I think they can control things. Like I think they can possess things. So it could be they're adaptable. Like say
about the idea of them being able to possess things because that would almost guarantee that they would have objective control in some regions because it'd be like, oh, don't go around the gun hall because the ghosts can just haunt the guns.
Well, I mean, like, I think that would be understandable because, like, I think each class needs to have their own, like, zone that the other one, it's very unlikely. Don't go there because they control that region. Like, you wouldn't go to the Rainforest Cafe as any other classes.
That's fair, yeah.
That's the control place. You wouldn't go to the basketball court because...
That's Ghost Town.
Yeah, they'll just fire basketballs at you or some shit. Dude, a basketball court called Ghost Town is pretty cool, actually.
So what specialties do the ghosts have? I think that there's one ghost that is like a tank, and that's like the defender ghost. I think that there's the Dunk Master ghost.
I think they should be very team centric. Like all the other ones, I picture is like you can do pretty well by yourself. This one, it's like you are.
Oh, they have a bunch of passives where if they're with another player, then they're stronger.
Yeah, so then they can do like certain. They are much more efficient as a team than the other classes.
Okay,
are.
yes, I'm into this idea very much.
It gives that like sort of like ball, like I don't know, centric thing. Like it's basketball, like it's a team based sport. And
yes. And like the defender then would have an ability where they could teleport to a friend and they'd be like blocking for them.
You know what'd be really fucking wicked?
What?
They can teleport floor to floor. Be like, my buddy is having like they can come to
the
their
idea
aid.
of them being the only class that can join in game. Because the way that I think the floors are is like the floors are different queues, right? If you want to jump into like the PvP or the PV, like if you want to jump into like the, let's say that we have like an Overwatch game type of like push the objective. That's going to be on floor 30, like 27.
How about this? So say you have joined the Ghost Guild.
Okay.
And you are the only one online or whatever. So a ghost version, a proxy shows up anytime you get into trouble. So like you can be a ghost on your own and you get suddenly jumped. A proxy version of your friend comes to your support, whether they're online or not.
Oh, that's interesting.
So they get
and the AI of that proxy is based on the actual like
how they play
skill of the player.
So like if they have
that
a
I'm very
playtime,
into.
So that way you always have backup, whether they're on or not.
Okay, yes, that's very cool. And then if they're logged on, then the bonuses of like being there for the friend and like bonus points to teammates.
Yeah, you get it. Like if you
get it if they're logged on.
Mm-hmm,
if they're not logged on, then you just have the AI ally there, but without the bonuses. Yes. Hell, yes. That's very cool.
All right, we got to decide our nug.
This is the nug.
I think this is the
this
nug.
Is
yeah.
the nug.
As much as I love Danny Sexbang and the crew, this one's weird.
I don't know if we have
fucking
anything
weird.
left to work out though. We know that the bottom we have our factions. We have some of the extra skills. We know that there's going to be an 8-hour tutorial. We have our in-game fiction of like you're trying to play. You generally the rotation would be that you play this game. You do the PvP games. The top 10 floors are like where like the high like that's our gold, silver, diamond, platinum PvP area. Whoever wins worlds gets a bonus to their faction.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I think we're good.
Yeah, that's a game. That's a
game.
That's a fucking game.
That's ready to ship.
What do we call it? Do we just call it the Bass Pro Shops pyramid scheme? Or the
Bass Pro Shop pyramid scheme's not bad. I do want to ask really quick.
Yeah, what's up?
How much time do we have left?
We have 0 time. We just hit our hour mark.
Okay, I was gonna see if we wanted to squeeze Ducks Unlimited in there so much, but I don't think we're gonna fit it. So unless Bass Pro Shops Dunks Unlimited.
There you go.
Is that the game?
I I don't know. It's kind of like it's very favorite of the basketball people. Like that faction.
It favors the basketball team
Uh-huh.
and the hunters team, but there's not a lot of druid in there.
Mhm.
And I think I'm fine with that. That'll be like a little bit of that mystery that you unfold when you play the 8-hour
Wait,
campaign.
can you give me the game name again?
Bass Pro Shops Dunks Unlimited?
In parentheses, a furry friendly game.
A furry friendly game. Okay, yeah, I'm down with that. Bass Pro Shops Dunks Unlimited, a pro furry game.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get what's his face? The
Sonic Fox?
We'll get Sonic Fox to
Are there any other pro furries? Like professional furries, you know what I mean? Like,
I have no idea. Like I know
or does
I know
or do
Dan.
they
I
have,
know
like-
Dan's a furry. He has a huge thing for Rouge, which I understand.
Yeah, but like it's not like he's running around in a fursuit like Sonic Fox
I mean, like
is.
not all furries wear fursuits, man.
Yeah, but like
Like our
if
buddy
you're gonna
said.
claim that you're a furry and you're famous and you're not running around with a head like a furry head like Sonic Fox is, then
The fuck
what
you doing
the
with
hell
your
is
life?
the point?
All right. Well, I'm into it. This is a good fucking
This
game.
is a good game.
We ready to go to patch notes?
Yes,
brother?
I'm ready to go to patch notes. Hey everybody and welcome to Patch Notes. Blake and I have a couple little announcements for you guys. Nothing super new, just the general stuff. We have a Patreon now, and Blake and I have officially decided we're keeping the Discord.
Yeah, we have a couple. We have a lot of fun people on there. We like having conversations. Nick King B. Foling is on there. Andrew, who Death Forgot. Fun. I love having Andrew on there because they. It was weird. A few episodes back, they were the one that made the game about my broken ass face.
Yeah.
And now we're like tight with them on Discord, which
It's
is kind of cool.
The energy in the Discord's really, really nice, and
It's
like
very chill.
it's bizarre having that
Mhm.
as creators for the first time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
weird, but it's really cool, and we'd more than welcome anybody to come in and kind of check that out. $2 a month will get you into our Discord, and will get you access to the old ghost tapes that Blake and I recorded
Yeah.
months ago.
I was almost. Oh no! No, it was like fuck. Was it like?
It was like 8 months ago.
We're like eight months in this.
yeah.
Yeah, and you know what's even crazier, dudes?
What?
We hit number 99 on iTunes video game podcast.
Yeah, like I don't know what that was. Like if it was just like the algorithm like did the math and was like, these guys are killing it, and it's like thanks. And like all of the podcasts underneath us were podcasts that I listened to that are like 10, 20 times bigger than us, and I'm like, cool.
How the
thanks.
fuck did we get there? Which leads me to the next thing. I think we get there because of your guys'. We've been getting some more reviews.
Yeah, that's
so if you guys
entirely through your guys' support. So
if you guys keep doing that, we're gonna keep growing on the charts, and hopefully more people will find us, and we'll get more fun new game idea submissions.
yeah, so keep those coming. Those reviews, those listens, anything and everything you guys can do. Another way is, of course, submissions. We can't do this podcast itself without getting submissions from you guys. So you can send us your submissions on Twitter at SpiritualSuck
With 2 C's.
with 2 C's, on email at spiritualsuccessorpodcast@gmail.com, and through Reddit. We're either using the old Cool Games Inc. Reddit or our own Reddit nowadays at spiritual_successor.
You guys want to see the wonderful art for our Bass Pro Shop games? Tune in this Thursday on our Twitter or on the Cool Games Inc. Reddit or our Reddit, where I will be sharing it.
Last and certainly not least, our intro and outro music is Cheap Shop by Anna Monoguchi, an excellent song for an excellent album for an excellent game.
Listen to USA. That album fucking rocks.
USA by Anna Monoguchi. They just dropped it. It's so good. Please go listen to it.
If you like the Ruby soundtrack, it's very Ruby-esque.
The
in my
vocals are
opinion.
similar, yeah.
Yeah. But hey, guys, it's been a fun week. This has been Spiritual Successor.
And I'm AJ Hart,
And I'm Blake Rea.
and these are Cool Games.
That should not be made.